Hi, let us open the space. Thank you. We are tuning into a spontaneous message from the wolf moon. So no matter when you find this video, it's timeless, but it is recorded directly under the wolf moon 2026, a supermoon, first in the year, opening the year up. And this year will also end with a supermoon. So this is kind of the start of a new cycle. Also, this year is a number 1 year and we ended just a 9-year cycle. So it is a lot about big shift, cycling. And I had planned another reading for today, but what can I say? I work for the divine and the divine decides, right? So the wolf clan is here and the moon is here. And I was told only last minute which cards to choose and what to leave on the table and change. And we do have this representing the earth core and it's fine moving right there. And we also have this representing the power of the flame of earth. There is a different thing I'm hearing right now with the flame of earth. 144. Yes, it's the inner fire and it purifies matter in a totally different way. You know, we do have volcanoes and magma, which is literally forming new earth. And that makes so much sense now with the cycle. I was also told to leave all the hearts here representing earth opening up actually for us. So we do have a whole little army of hearts here. And they ordered hematite to be here too. So it really magnetizes everything towards it. And this is a quality of earth because of the, let's call it gravity, right? The density, it takes everything. And I mean everything. So earth really, it's so patient and it takes everything which we cannot transmute in another way, right? Also, it stores. You know, salt is representative for earth in alchemy, and salt is crystallized, it's memory, as well as bones, ancestral energy. So these are basically the energies we are working with: earth core, Venusian energy, volcanic energy, flame energy, but not violet flame, I thought. And I wanted to pick out violet candles, but they totally stopped me and I had to pick dark green. Totally matching our main tarot deck, which was the first coming through because I was told to pick the Ace of Cups for us, symbolizing the wolf moon actually, and speaking to us and allowing us to release. And this is an elemental deck, which happens to have a water imagery right here, which fits perfectly. So this is what we are doing. We are releasing. And releasing happens kind of through liquid very often, you know, tears, for example, shedding tears. Then we have the salt in there. And the salt, that's actually the memories we have released and that are not burdening us anymore, that we are not carrying around anymore. Instead, we gave them to earth. They kind of wander into the Akashic field, and what we have worked through is then accessible for each and every one of us. So it's a beautiful, beautiful process, and it causes effort and work. And I shall compliment anyone who is here tuning in for the great work you are doing. Okay, and I have no idea if this is more a personal message for all of us, resonating, you know, in a particular way for each and every one of us, or if it's more a collective message describing an energy that's been released collectively. So we have to figure that out ourselves. And this is the image from the thumbnail I also was ordered. And so I saw immediately how that fits, because this image I made a little bit thinking very strongly actually about dragon energy. And then we have the fire here, you know, and the dark green in the back, and it's a very transmutive card. So this is really for us to tune in. I create these things and it will become a deck. It's not ready yet, okay? And yeah, this is kind of my art form. And this works quite well. I mean, for me, because I do literally sessions and tune in there and receive channeled messages when I do that and write that down. And that's why I create decks, but it takes time, right? And it's just good, they say, to have this human example also. And it's not, you know, all human, because as I said, there is a lot of earth spirit energy in it and dragon energy. So it's, if it's human, then it's a very ancient human form, okay? I shall mention that. And we all can resonate with that in our own way. So there is nothing kind of what I want to force on us. And you can also just see it as a human transmuting through the flame, right? Healing. So that's that. Now the wolf wants to go back to his place, the moon. And I shall actually put the other decks we will use. It's a Halloween moon rituals, which has just great advice, though we are not at Halloween. And also, oops, it's kind of a little bit mixed up here. I will quickly shuffle it a little bit. That's the moonology also. Okay, I put it aside. And then I was told to pick, which makes perfect sense, the Floral Soul Oracle and this beautiful flower fairy tarot, which we can use to clarify or whatever. I'm not really sure yet. And we also have this tarot. So I have no idea how we will go through the message. The only thing I know, I should have picked out that, all the decks, right, for us, and the deck split energetically, like super forcefully, I want to say, at the Justice card. And so I'm here to tell you, this is divine justice happening right now for you. And yeah, so in which shape or form we will see, right? We will see. But I love this Justice card. It's just beautiful and matches so much with a star. I saw immediately what they want from me also with the moons here, which looks a little bit like the triple moon goddess, though we do have in the middle, sun and stars, I would say. But yeah, as I said, divine justice, working, happening, masculine and, feminine and masculine energy, weaving together, creating violet. I was told to wear violet gloves, yes, which doesn't match at all with my red nails. And so it's totally, but this is kind of another message I want to say, because I also should create this real quick. And I wanted to do that for a while, and I was thinking about, yeah, I will do it with pergament style and ancient and old and maybe a little bit of, you know, gold and whatever. But then as I sat down, they were like, nope, do it like a wheel of fortune, do it like a lucky wheel, you know, like these for the lottery or whatever. And we actually, that's our first thing we shall do. I shall just turn it around on the table and let's see. So that didn't went well. Guys, let me try it again, but maybe like this. Okay, that went super. So now we have kind of a direction, you know. If this would be a birth chart, this would be our ascendant. So this would be how we shall show up in the world. Wow. And that's Saturn. I mean, that's Capricorn. And that's literally what's about to come. I mean, I do work with the sidereal time, like the real astronomy time. And so when I'm filming, we are not yet in Capricorn energy, though most humans on Earth think that because they live kind of in this bubble of the Gregorian calendar and the wrong ephemerides, of course, according to that, which is just linked to the equinoxes for human convenience to have, you know, Aries fixed at that date. But in fact, the zodiac is shifting, and by now we are one sign kind of behind. So if you think you are an Aries, maybe you are actually a Pisces, right? So that's the thing. And it depends totally, of course, on your birth date. And you can absolutely look that up online. It's known, it's out there, it's not a secret, it's not a cult anymore, it's not, you know, neither persecuted or whatever. It's just that, of course, all astrologists have built their life and work and money, of course, upon the, I want to say, old paradigm. And that's why the shift isn't happening like as, you know, that. But it's available, and it's very, very healthy, I'm hearing, to check that, because it's always great to kind of strip ourselves from a false belief, okay? And so, and there are, for example, Mercury is a planet that is usually very close to the sun in our horoscope. And when you think, let's keep the example, you are an Aries, maybe it's just your Mercury in Aries, which makes you to a person who expresses in an Aries kind of way, which makes you believe, yes, for sure, I'm an Aries. I speak like an Aries. People think I'm Aries, so I am Aries. But then if you look up your soul, then you find, oh, wow, actually my soul has a Piscean energy. And that may be resonating very deeply with you. But I have no idea why I spoke about Aries and Pisces, because it does not even show here, right? We do have Capricorn at the ascendant. But yeah, so this makes me think we should just go for it, right? And do it very earthy, very disciplined, very step by step, just like the hearts here saying, one after the next, right? And the pearls even. And it's these things goes very well with the turning point of the years, where we do have all the good things we want to do, or, you know, our bucket list full, motivation on top. And then, of course, Capricorn energy, they really manage it to bring this 1 year full cycle, but not every sign is this type of way. So there is a call to embody Capricorn energy, to start the new life. Oh, new year, I wanted to say, but new life, okay, which makes sense because, as I said, a 9-year cycle ended, and with a new year now, definitely a new life cycle, a big one, is starting. Yay. And so it is about being a little bit more assertive, but not, you know, outwardly first. That's just a natural consequence after some time, but really inwardly. Capricorn energy, that's real discipline. And it's not something weird where you put pressure on you, but actually it is like working for your higher self all the time, aligning with your highest future and doing things today that provide a legs up for tomorrow, right? That's Capricorn energy. And that's why they get things done, basically. And it's so good because it's also the elder energy. It's not father, but elder. So father is actually Leo, so the divine father. Yeah. But so elder energy and 10th house energy. And yeah, that's what we are meant to step into. And it's divine justice that we shall do that. And now we are having our first card, and they say it's this one. It's a water card, and it says a fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas. Yeah, I mean, that fits, right? Perfectly, I want to say. Perfectly. So that was our first message, actually. I love that. And what shall we do now? They are saying, draw some charms. I expected that. And so I will shuffle a little bit. It's ancestral messages. And I will tune in with my grandma and every ancestral energy that is here to support us for the greatest good. Elder energy specifically would be very nice. So if you are a male person, that would mean male energies from your family. If you are female, then it's feminine energies from your family, okay? And you must not know them. They can go back very, very deep, even, you know, past lives, whatever. And it's just, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Actually, that looks like maybe people, right? Z and M. Oh, what's that about? That looks really good on Aries. And that's it, they are saying. Now let me try to find something out. I would say, I mean, that's initials, right? That's also, the M looks like the rune Echos. And Echos, that's literally, it looks like an M, and it means you are supported full, to the fullest. It's source, supporting source, basically. And it's, you know, the horse, true friendship, absolute loyalty, absolute support. And so I totally read that right now immediately as you are perfectly supported on your way, like from A to Z even, you know. But also that might mean Zachariah, or that was just a name I heard. And I feel it also stands, oh, there is of course a biblical figure, right? Zachariah. I'm not good with biblical stuff, but maybe I will look it up later and write it in the comments, because I love that actually. To actually go a little bit deeper, you know. So with the initials, of course, that's exactly what we were speaking about. It's really people supporting us. I very, very rarely get initials, and there are only a very few in here, really, a very few. It's mostly charms. And yeah, a few cabochons, as you see. And some crazy things like this, which for me says tuning, fine-tuning into the energetic field. Yeah, so quantum field energy I'm seeing right now there. And it is, ooh, interesting. So I'm told to read that really as if that's our birth chart, and then that's not what's written on here, the 5th house, but that would be the 8th house, right? Interesting. I love that with this card. And I actually love that it's so colorful and fresh, because I feel, yeah, that makes so much sense. It's like this earth energy. And we also have these elemental cards here, right? And then they have air and earth and water, just like the zodiac signs are assigned with elementals, right? So, and with the 8th house, that makes, of course, so much sense. That's the spiritual energy, that's out of the world energy, that's everything we cannot see, actually. Okay, everything we cannot see. We call it the occult, the taboos, even Plutonic energy, though it's really Scorpionic, and Scorpio is ruled by Mars, but it's an inward energy. So that would really be, like this with fire inside. Makes total sense for the pronunciation here on the 8th house, that we have that, because, you know, Scorpionic energy transmutes. And it is, if handled well and ascended, then it's really the transmuting divine flame, sacred flame energy. And we do have here Leo and the Sun, so it is totally about divine energy. I just saw 0440, so 44, and yeah, and so it's Emperor, right? Emperor time. Goes very well with what we just spoke about, Capricorn, and our 10th house here, at how we should show up in the world. So it's not a year or a cycle which should focus too much on personal things, I feel, but really on what's beyond the veil, in the unseen, and on this purpose, like bringing it in the world, but not on a personal level, but on a collective level. Okay? Yeah. And this means tuning into the sun, into fire. And I got a synchronicity with that also this day, about sun energy showing up, you know, like crazy, as if the sun, I saw, right now I'm seeing a vision, as if the sun, and 555, as if the sun stretches out the rays and gets us up, you know, takes our hands with the sun rays. And then the sun is dancing with us in this cycle of life, they are saying. And it's really about the renewal. Just with, you know, lottery energy, where it's like, oh yeah, let's see, you know, what luck has. And then it's, and yeah. And they are saying, maybe I can even throw a dice. And I have here a collection. And I have no idea which one I'm getting, you know. I just picked them without looking. I got 4. Interesting. And let's do it. I wanted to say, shall I read this one first? Because it was in danger. Okay, so now we have also the number 6, the number 1, which goes very well with that year, the 14. So these dates, of course, may mean something to you. And this is actually a 10 of Pentacles. If we translate that into tarot. So yeah, so 10 of Pentacles, actually we spoke about that, right? Number 1, we spoke about that. We also see the 15 and the 5, which makes it kind of 5, 1, 5. And then what else? Where shall we go? Where? This is just saying, just Venus is here for me, and we shall just right now open up a little bit. And they are calling for this Isling also, violet, which is a beautiful smell, and it's a tree actually with beautiful flowers. Very, very good to repel parasites and everything. So it kind of feels like demonic protection, you know, like in a very, very beautiful way actually, because it's just flowers, you know, it's nothing, it's no return to sender or whatever. It's just, okay, no, it's time to blossom that high and light, even with being flowers on a tree that cannot be reached. So the message is, what I'm getting is, just get higher up, even with the 10. I mean 110 is here on the table, and it's, I mean, I was seeing that right now. So yeah, it's a huge up leveling with the 9-year cycle we just had, and now, you know, and going back into the 10 energy, which is the numerology of the year 2026 we are entering right now. But still, it's timeless. It's just energy. Okay, everything carries energy, even the candle here, even the little lion here, which happens to be on the table and saying, yeah, go for it. And whatever, you know, everything that speaks to you. So yeah, we are fully good with that. Of course, this is pretty clear because it is in the 12th house from our perspective, and it's a dolphin. So it speaks absolutely about listening to divine guidance, and that's being Jupiter here. That's our growth, right? That's where ascension happens right now for us in the 12th house, which makes so much sense because that's also the house of karmic relief. Ha, got you. Hello, Moon. He's just looking off, of course. Okay. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups, what I wanted to say, if I can make that stick here. Hello, where is it? Okay. With the Ace of Cups, really, it's this moment when the cup is so full and water is over pouring, and with that goes the release, right? And yeah, Venus protects here our 2nd house. I like that. So money is safe, I want to say, and good luck is on its way, right? It's super. I mean, Venusian energy is very strong, positive, karmic energy. Karma is not only Saturn, and karma is not a bad thing. Karma is just the law of action. So everything good you did, you poured out, good feelings you caused in other people, these good feelings you're about to feel yourself, right? And with having ended a 9-year cycle, I feel there's a huge walk, I'm hearing, of each and every one here tuning in even through past life energy or ancestral energy. And it's not only, and I'm totally drawn to the infinity symbol here with the laying 8. I'm totally drawn, because this is my ancestral corner here, right? That this is an infinite, you know, timeline. Time isn't linear, of course, 144 again. And so what you are healing in your DNA, it gets healed in the whole timeline. It ripples. And that's why support is there. Energy comes in the 2nd house, being now also highlighted, as well as the 8th house. I love that because that's literally, you know, the complementary energy, and this is bringing it on earth, and this is tuning in energy. I like that totally. And we are bringing it in through collective work, through pouring into the collective, through literally Aquarius energy. Beautiful. I love the idea of our spirit guides with that little wheel, really. I like that. I just didn't know. I thought I would just lay it down like totally normal and then pulling the charms, but no. It's super, super great to have it switch on its own and then understand what they want to tell. And now we want to look in that, which is our 4th house energy. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4th. Okay, so that's our home. Oh, sweet. So we are anchored, and we have a wheel also. It's not an anchor actually, but it's nautic, but that's North Node for me. Yeah, totally. So this is North Node energy. So you have, and this is great because you know, our life purpose unfolds from our innermost self outwardly. And we had this 10th house energy here. So in our birth chart horoscope, it really goes like an 8. It comes from down there, right? From our roots. And then like a tree, actually. And then medium surly, you know. Noon, high noon, where you are seen. Ooh, 0404. You're about to be seen in all 4 directions, like all over the place. That's great. And yeah, and to do that, of course, you have to be rooted. Oops. And you are actually rooted in your purpose and with a very strong energy, because it's Mars. And Mars literally pushes us out. Mars in the horoscope is literally the strongest kind of breaking or exit energy where we can break through. It's breakthrough energy. So yeah, great. I love that. And then we have here with the 5th house, we have just a beautiful, let me see. Ooh, so that's kind of the overall energy of this reading. I feel it's divine feminine and masculine, just like this justice card here, referring to that. It's red and blue and violet. And I totally excused myself for pushing that onto you, right, with my style here. But it's meant to be. I'm telling you, it's meant to be. Totally. So I want to have the... Hello, please, can we get justice? We need justice. And I think we can put the 10 of Pentacles in the middle. And here is justice. And so just that you see, it's totally the energy. And being it stripes, but also that shimmering, I just like it. I don't even know if you can see it. Yes, I guess, right? It's super cool. And so it was, oops, it's shy. It was in our creative area. And this is also, you know, children, romantic things, but just creativity, everything we create. And so that means literally we are in perfect alignment with divine masculine and feminine, and thus we can transmute, now I know why I have her in my hand again, through the flames. This literally ignites the flame within to transmute energy. And so we do have here a clear focus on, you know, divine energy, source energy, as well as here. I love that. And yeah, this is Taurus, which means totally just being it. Like it's embodiment energy, I would say. It's really, it speaks about you or we, you know, everyone tuning in here, really embodying divine feminine and divine masculine energy, which makes sense with what we had read already. And therefore, we are in perfect balance, in justice, and therefore divine justice can unfold, like just naturally. I totally love that. And I want to get this one also. It belongs here too. And what are you? There we have an ankh. Yeah, actually an anchor. But I also see them as ankh because it's in there in the symbol. And there is a I don't even know how it's called, like the big thread to carry the anchor, and it's woven around, actually looking pretty much like Kundalini energy, just like she reminded me totally. So it might also be that that's the case for a lot of people here, that we work on Kundalini energy. 14, by the way, temperance, right? Makes perfect sense right here. Yes, I'm getting that. So we are tempering something. And remember, we had a fresh start is coming with new opportunities, nurture your ideas. Now that makes more sense even, because here are our ideas coming in from our creativity, and we nurture them within our home, heart also. This also speaks, of course, about family, ancestors, and so forth. So having here the wheel, that's pretty great. That means we are in perfect alignment also with our ancestral purpose, if there is one we are working on. And yeah, I love that. I also love kind of that we do have the number 15, which is a little bit like, okay, so here's the devil peeking out, but we have, no, we have one over. I mean, we are on top. We're on top of the wheel. It's number 1 here. So I love that so far. And now they are drawing me to the tarot to, what shall we look at? What we are releasing maybe? 4 of Wands. Or I wanted to say what we are building. So maybe it's more that. And wait, here's another one, this one. 5 of Wands. Let me just pull and then we read. Those 2 wants to be there. And now I shall take one for here. What are you? Temperance and 10 of Swords. That makes sense. So that's the releasing part. And Venus is helping with the temperance right here. Okay, makes sense. Because, you know, this is actually the releasing corner here. And so this is what we are focusing on. And isn't that interesting? Together it's 9 wands. And we spoke about the 9-year cycle and ending and the growth that is coming with this turning point and all that. And 4 of Wands, yes, that's ability, that's cool. That's kind of the portal we go through when we are aligned with our divine purpose. You know, just aligned with the divine harmony right now, then the portal is open and we just walk through and we can literally manifest instantly. But being the 5 of Wands also here, that speaks a lot about more growth. And this is a card where literally 3 angels are dancing here. And playing with these 5 of Wands that are coming down from the sky pretty much in our 8th house area, which, oh my goodness, which is with Leo here, which is, of course, linked to the number 5, right? Creativity. Okay, so we are drawing our nurture your ideas right next to it. So our ideas, literally, they are coming out of this deep, deep realm. Very cool. 8th house energy. There are our creative ideas. So here, this is just about we being this, I want to say androgynous being, or, you know, with Kundalini awake and just full loaded battery, magnetism, all there, right? That's how we are equipped here. These 2, they are giving us the strength, or let's say the energy. The strength is more this kind of area where it's with other support and the clear vision we hold, I would say. And yeah, see, it wanted back like this. So the 1 is totally linked to that. And so what's here? Oh, also a 6. Okay, so Venus wanted to make sure that we see her again, and with the temperance. So there is a very strong focus on this harmonizing energy, tempering with this and this and this, like triple confirmation. And of course the 10 of Swords, that might be the devil that we are releasing here. Okay, and it's kind of an infinite loop with the 8 there, with the infinity symbol. I feel that it was deep, and now we shall take one of those to maybe get more insight on that. It's this one. The full moon in Gemini enhances my positivity and joy. Okay, So back to joy. Strong image, right? Full moon in Gemini. Communication. Fire. I don't know why I said fire. I meant light, but maybe because it's so red here, this full moon. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what else to say to that. Maybe we are just drawing another, and maybe it gets clearer. Two are coming out, okay, and they are saying that's it from that deck. The full moon in Pisces sheds new light on my emotional journey. Okay, oops. Now I'm burning myself, just like she does. Yes, I wanted to say yes, we know that. That totally links in here with the dolphin being there. Let me read that again. And I want to show it also. It's really nice. She does a nice yoga pose, the cobra, which is very healing and very, very helpful for Kundalini energy. Full moon in Pisces sheds new light on my emotional journey. And when you do the cobra, make sure that your feet are fully connected and like super straight, and you stretch them out. That helps. Like try to be really a mermaid there. That helps a lot with correct tension kind of in that area, right? And go just slow up. It's not about, having the best posture or whatever. It's really about working through the spine bit by bit. So rather you stay a little bit lower, but you have it here in the lower back, not over, not overworked, but really bend it a little bit and work yourself through there. So interesting. I love it always when physical exercises come through also. I love that. And the next card is the new moon will realign my conscious thoughts with my best life. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the new moon, from my perspective, that's in 2 weeks. 6/3/9 right now. Okay, sounds great. The new moon will realign my conscious thoughts with my best life. That just means we are aware, totally, like in total clarity, like sunshine. Didn't I say that? The sun is coming to take our hand with the rays, and then it's like, hey, buddy, we are dancing now on this kind of life path, right? 1 and 10 also. I mean, the 10, that's 1 immersed in source. So the sun and you, right? Beautiful. 7/7 right now. And so these two are super clear for me, like super, super, super clear. And I want to put her here. Is it possible? Yes. And this kind of belongs in the, I don't know where, middle. And still we have to think a little bit about Gemini energy. But I mean, hello, the sun, right? Positivity and joy. Gemini, communication. Yeah. The dolphin is also communication. And this looks very much like Aries energy. I feel this looks a little bit like how we ground ourselves, maybe. With just, being in good company for a change. Not, constantly trying to rescue people, help people or whatever, or be responsible or be busy studying BS or whatever, I don't know why I brought all these examples, but maybe they're the thing for each and every one of us. And it's just about, okay, let's get playful again, and let's just be positive and joy like the sun. It's I mean, Gemini, it's very young energy. It's a third house energy also, where it's all about childhood friends, neighbors, all these things, where we are totally like chatty all the time and just doing our thing and, you know, connecting out of our houses with people we know and just share openly, I mean, openly. Yeah, and it's a really real life card, you know, really out in the open. And not so much, you know, not yet, not Aquarius and social media and all that. No, it's totally direct, like at home, around, go shopping and be happy, and these kind of things. Yeah, I guess now we got it. And the new moon will realign my conscious thoughts with my best life. This now goes here. And yeah, here we do have our Four of Wands, which is literally our best life, together with the Ten of Pentacles, which is not only a best life, but a best life for all, right? Ten of Pentacles, it's New Earth energy for me. It's collective energy. It's a group project also. It can be anything. It can be a farm where you collaborate and just, or that. It can, of course, also be ancestral wealth. Sure, it can be that. But really, it is anything that we create out of purpose. And it's very, deeply rooted in soul. And what's that about? The Death card and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, clear message. Speaking about the Ten of Pentacles, yes. So there is a big transformation coming in the area of Pentacles. We are going through a total rebirth there, and we come out as the number one, like the leader, the boss leader, right? The female leader. Oh, wow. I even got another reading where it was about developing female leadership. What was that reading again? It was a rune reading, I guess, yes. So, and yeah, I mean, Venus, number one, you know, Queen of Pentacles, that makes so much sense. That's just it. That's she. Okay, and 7, that's the 7th house, I feel, with justice, makes also so much sense with divine justice is delivered, right? Beautiful. I love this reading already. And now we are getting a moonology just to boost us a little bit, I'm hearing. And it's this one. It says, nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, immutable moon. This means literally what we had here with listening to the 12th house and tune into the 8th house, right? It's not that it must be written down somewhere or you must know it all right now, have a business plan or whatever. No, it's just this, what we had in the beginning, step by step, following your intuition. You are in tune. That's what you can trust on, you know. You can trust that you are in perfect balance in your body. So you can create, okay? You can fully create and hold your creation. And you can also ground it because literally your root chakra here, your 4th house energy is aligned with your purpose. So you're good, right? And that's all you need to know. And now it's just about let it unfold in divine timing, of course. Like no stress. They are saying no stress, because immediately when we speak about career, 10th house, Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, all that, it's like, oh my God, what have, you know, and then we fall into these crazy behaviors where we make goal lists that are not, that just aren't sustainable. I mean, that would drain us after a while. And when we drain ourselves, then of course temperance is gone, right? Our beautiful balance is gone. And so, yeah, again, queen energy, it's internal energy. It's really about stay in receiving mood and tend to your things. With the Queen of Pentacles as a guidance card, that also means, and of course with the Death card, that means like just let it happen, right? Let it unfold, and the sun, you know, the light comes out, and we spoke about we are releasing, so glad I made that connection still. So yeah, that's why she is here, of course, because of this big release. Wolf moon, wolf clan coming through. Maybe you do have a wolf totem or wolf spirit guide, of course. I wanted to mention that. We also have bat energy here. The cobra came through, snake energy, dragon energy, and this is I would say a leopard or something, or a gepard. I think it looks like a gepard, or that's leopard, I guess, in English. Yeah. And of course we do have a lotus flower. So a very beautiful crown chakra, as well as a super stable root chakra and a connection to earth star core energy. And very strong Venusian energy. Just listing some things. Ancestral elder, okay. Just so we don't forget. And 3 angels. So we are good. I mean, we are surrounded. That's great. And I do have another guidance here, by the way. Yeah, but I wanted to... Oh, again, I'm burning myself. I never do that. Interesting. So it's totally important to really transmute a little bit, I guess. It wasn't hurting much, so it's not a problem, okay? And and I'm safe, of course. And yeah, but this Queen of Pentacles, and she looks kind of sweet, doesn't she, with her wings? Let me see. A dove, butterflies, a little bit of scorpionic. With a death card makes sense also. And this looks actually a little bit like raven energy. I do want to have that up, because that's what I wanted to stress. Internal energy, right? Tuning in. And here we do have Ankh, again, Isis, okay? So that's kind of the thing what I wanted to mention. Always stay in tune with source energy. And we even had the rune was coming through with the M, which means source supports you fully. So it's, you put out 1 and you get it right on top, you get the same amount of energy. If you stay in tune with you, you can easily reproduce, multiply. But if you burn yourself out, of course, you leave your beautiful temperance balance point, then you can't, of course, right? So keep that please in mind, okay? Don't stress yourself out and think, oh, Capricorn, I have to be the goat now and, you know, 24/7. No, it's just this little thing with the Capricorn energy. We shall keep in mind that it's super important to go maybe like the, you know, Knight of Pentacles energy, which is really just go forward, just every day. And even if you just, you know, create an email address for your new business, that's the job for 1 day, because that's exhausting already. I mean, I did that when I mean, some time ago, and it's always an effort to push through the, you know, what holds us back, actually, all these energies that are against that, that want to limit us, actually. And now I'm drawn totally to the light, you know. It's like an exit thing, and it's a thing, you know, to walk that path into purpose work and really making all these little things and totally not knowing where it will lead us and all that. But yeah, so it is important to don't overburden, but go like steady with with Earth, right? It's earthly movement. So every day a new thing, just a little one. And even if you just take out your notes on your phone or on paper and write some things down, and then you have it on your table, and after 2 weeks or whatever, if you just do one little thing each day, you are suddenly surrounded. And actually I would take some paper sheets also, because then you are literally surrounded with your new work pieces, and you're like, oh, okay. So, and then your subconsciousness picks up on that, and you would be drawn to go further and create, right? So that's a nice advice, and it makes so much sense also with the Queen of Pentacles, because she has her pentacle usually in her hand and works with that all the time. So it's just about, and it's internal energy, so it's about 936 right now. So higher energies working internally again. Nice. And now this also needed to come. Yes, how nice. Take time to breathe out. I mean, we spoke about that right now a lot. Just confirmed. They are saying the next is also a nice one for us, and it says, ooh, what do you need to release? Yeah, have we spoken enough about that? Maybe not, right? Maybe not. What? But that's a question I feel for all of us, because we just spoke about how difficult it is, that there might be limitation, that it might feel like a small path to walk, and that there might be maybe some negative beliefs. And you know how that goes. You write your negative belief down on this sheet of paper we just mentioned, and then you think about, okay, how can I turn it around to make it sound positive? And then you switch the sentence and cleanse the negativity out of it and have a positive sentence. So yeah. And to not get tired, of course, we have to schedule in breaks with a breathe out. Schedule in breaks. And with purpose work, it's totally about constantly tuning back into our intuition. And for that, we need, with temperance, a super smooth nervous system. So no alarms, no constant notifications, no, I need to perform, I need to do this, I need to show up, I need to have something ready. No. It's just about dedicating time and space and working on the things, and after a while it will have accumulated, and then you see what it will become. That's just with these readings, you know, I didn't know in the beginning. I had no idea. So first thing, I only had that and the charms. And I never did that with this turning around and whatever, and how I should read that. But I mean, it went super well. I totally got what they wanted from me, and that's just happening because I'm relaxed and tuned in. See what I mean? And so that's what we need to do no matter what we are doing. And divine guidance comes through to all of us. It's just shut down, I shall mention that, if we go up in situations where our inner voice is constantly devaluated, where people say like, no, that's not that bad, and he didn't really did that, you know, your brother, no, he would never, you know, do that to you, he's your brother, I mean, no, and don't make a fuss, and whatever it is, or at school, when people just want to keep the peace easily and push things down, you know, hold it down, and justice isn't done, right, on situations. And then you lose your coherence, your heart, you know, heart-brain coherence. And then it feels also totally useless to use your intuition, because every time when you use your intuition and say, hey, that's not working here for me, then people tell you you're making things up. And that's a big actually attack to your personality, I want to see, I must say. Yeah. Maybe we should see that more. How important that is to get a validated 333 right now in how we really feel. And what am I holding here? Yeah, what do you need to release? So that's what we need to release. The suppression upon our intuition and all these voices around us that are saying, that are trying to formulate and create narratives around us, because when we come from our, when we have the wheel in our hand, then, I mean, we shall have a clear roadmap ahead. And when we are getting, like, even with the 5 of Wands, now I see it a little bit negative, right? When they are coming all these messages in, like, now you have to turn right, now you have to do this, you have to be ready at, next new moon, then you have to release something. And whatever it is that you are doing, there is a lot of programming in our own minds, but also in our surroundings, and they might mean it very well and want to help and support, but in the end they're creating more damage because they just bring in the stress. And for example, when I did workshops earlier, and I was living with a friend for a while, and he knew I had to go to a workshop, and he was so stressed out because he wasn't, for him that wasn't normal to go somewhere and speak to people. But for me, that was my day-to-day life. And I just had my alarm at the very moment I had to go up to the door and leave, right? And I had, of course, everything packed and everything was ready. I was dressed, makeup, everything was perfectly ready. And then I would just super deep chill in the kitchen with tea, just until the very sec the alarm bell rings, and then I would just totally chill, go up, take my things, and go in the car and have all the time in the world, and I'm perfectly well then, good in time. But this guy, he was trying to help me, and he was all the time, I guess you have you watched the clock? I mean, hello. Haven't you an appointment? And I was like, oh my goodness, I deliberately sit here on my own in my holy silence to have 555 right now. Holy silence brings growth. To have really this moment with myself, to tune into my day or evening or whatever it was. And next hours I will be surrounded by people, and so that's why I'm having my tea. Can you please care for your own business? I mean, that's just normal things that happen, and he really just wanted to be good, right? So, but that's that. And now we shall take, oh my goodness, that's a thing. So this one wanted to be here. That came full force. Who are you? Why are you so rude? Anemone. Anemone. Called wind flower, and like the wind, yeah, that was quite a big wind. I feel freedom in my movement and life choices. I mean, you have seen that, right? And we just spoke about that 0707 right now. That was pretty great. Actually, I love that, and I feel we are totally ready, and I will end the reading with that, but I will read it again because I had to laugh so hard. And I mean, that's how you are allowed to go, right, on your own here in direction to your dolphin, which has your 12th house connected, source, unity consciousness. You are tuned in the field. And because that was what I was also trying to explain him. I'm perfectly tuned into my field, so don't disrupt it, right? Again, 4 of Wands, we are perfectly, that might be the thing. Like, really? I mean, 5 of Wands, that's literally a challenge in the real world, right? It's not a higher challenge, it's a totally 3D thing. It's really what I was telling people around us. Family, friends, colleagues, and just mindsets. It's not people all the time. It's just how we are, and a teacher showing up in your mind. You have to do it like this. Your presentation. You have to do it like this. All these little things. Wow. Okay, so yeah. So be aware of these 5 of Wands, but there are also 3 angels. I feel they are totally working with us and for us, and let us look at it a little bit before we end this reading. Yeah, I mean, they are having the flowers up there, and don't know. So they are just supporting us. It's good. But we have to be aware of that, of course. And we are. I mean, we spoke about that. So that's why these readings are, okay? So, and I mean, what is a Five of Wands compared with all the heavy energy we have here, right? We literally have the Ace of Wands, the moon himself, I mean herself, of course, the wolf, okay, the wolf herself, she's saying, okay. And death, right? Big transformation. Number 13, that's big. Queen of Pentacles, that's strong leadership. I mean, she's got it, right? She's got it all together, always. Even the Queen of Pentacles, just what I was also saying, like I had everything ready, dressed up, makeup, you know, makeup. I normally don't say that, but yes, that was important because the Queen of Pentacles, she is like that. She is totally neat, tidy, dressed, ready, perfectly, bags organized, you know, folders with colors, stripes, everything perfectly. So she finds everything. And even I mentioned a lot of the time all the sheets of paper. So yeah, take your markers or whatever. Yeah, and just get your workspace kind of tidy so that you have it at hand. I feel at hand is important, because also I feel with this 12th house and 8th house energy, these are energies that come in like randomly. So you really might need to watch out for dreams or what you are getting, like random downloads, messages, inspirations. They may come out of nowhere actually. And then you should be ready and write them somewhere. Okay? I mention that so often right now. So do that. Okie dokie. Is there another deck? I forgot something else. No, we are perfect, they are saying. We are good, actually. Okay. And I mean, these Five of Wands, that's nothing. We can easily pass through that. And 3 angels are opening a passage, right? Okay, I will read the anemone again. Anemone are called windflowers. And like the wind, I feel freedom in my movement and life choices. Yeah, so freedom. You know, you choose your path. It's your path, yours only. And I mean, you've heard it. We are all forging our own path. And that's what all that was about with the Five of Wands. Other people would expect you should make it like this, because in this world we've been told there is a box for that, and there's, you know, a perfect, the teacher has told you you have to do the presentation like this and then like this. But you know what? Whenever I see a video on YouTube these days that are coming up with 7 things to do this, I'm like, oh my goodness, are you still in the 90s or what? Because back then in the 90s, we learned a presentation should be 7 ± 2, which means you can only put on a sheet of paper 7 things or 5 or maximum 9. Otherwise, your audience would fall asleep while you try to explain what's written on the board. And that's just about the visual input. It's not easy to grasp visually more than these things. And 5 things, that's very easy. You know, you have, when you just imagine you have it on the board in the room, and then you have thought like 12 points. Of course, you kind of fall asleep and drift away at point 7, 8, 9 somewhere, right? And so, yeah, that's that. But it's a little bit I mean, not evolving, developing, and not bringing uniqueness into everything, that doesn't help the attention span, I want to say. So I think we just should do it all our own way. And it says like freedom What was it again? I feel freedom in my movement and life choices. I love that so much. Freedom in my movement. And see, again, she just moved. Like, okay, now I'm like this. And then, yeah, just do that. Maybe you should dance a little bit. We also had this cobra, right? Ooh, the cobra. Yeah. And of course, snake, shedding skin, healing, the death card. So, I guess we are good. I hope this helped. I hope you're doing great. And I hope I see sometime your 10 of Pentacles somewhere, you know, to click on it and check you out. So, bye-bye. I love you very much. See you soon.